Hello, hello. Um, sorry. Okay, let's start this live. I'm going to be talking with Misty Marsh in just a minute from Designed for Goodness / The Goodness Squad. And we're going to be talking about something really exciting that she has that I think my followers will really love. Um, hi guys. So just stick around for just a minute until we get Misty. Oh, here's Misty. Um, okay. Gonna see if she can come on. I'm just in my bed this morning. I am freezing cold, so I'm wearing this thick old sweater. Hi, Misty.
Hello.
All right, can you guys hear me okay? There's no
I can.
weird. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Okay, so first of all, if you guys are not familiar with Misty or me, we kind of do similar things, but in different ways. Um, so the last few months have been focusing my blog and my writing and everything on helping women who feel the call to do something, figure out what that something is, how to do it, and how to influence the world. So Misty, why don't you just take a second and tell us what you do?
Very similar to Becky, I have felt called to help women spread goodness and light online. But I get even a little bit more specific, and I work to help those women who want to do that through an actual business, a content marketing business. So I help women who want to mesh those two ideas. How do I spread light and goodness through a business?
Okay, perfect. So, so a lot of women that I think most that follow you and me feel that call. I've gotten a lot of messages from women saying that they feel the call, especially recently. I feel like the Lord is kind of hastening his work right now, not kind of, but he is. And
Yeah.
he's putting that call into the hearts of women in the church to, I believe, all of our same purpose is to gather Israel, right? To share goodness, to bring light and spread it throughout the world. And how we each do that is very different because we're all unique and we have different spiritual gifts and talents and things like that. But I know that a lot of women all feel that call. So some of those women, like you said, feel called to do something business wise. And do you have a lot of women who come to you or ask you that they want to start a business, but they don't even know like what business to start? Or do they usually know kind of what they want to do?
Usually they have a general idea. They feel called to teach others something that they've personally learned through their own life, some trial they've overcome. There seems to kind of be a common theme there. Well, where I have learned how to do this really well from whatever life experience they've had, and I feel called to share that with other people. How do I make that a business? Is that even possible?
Yeah, I think that's a good point. There's a lot of ways that women can start a business that they probably don't even realize, especially now online with all the technology that's coming out, and there's just really so much that you can do, right?
Yeah, there is. There's a
Uh,
lot.
I think that I've been writing a lot about our hobbies lately, and I believe that really like any hobby that you have, you can turn into a business. Do you agree?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. And
Okay.
one thing I think a common misconception as well is that there's no space, there's no room. I just got a message today inside of my community from somebody saying, "Hey, I want to create, things to help people study the gospel, but it seems like
hmm
everybody's doing that. Should I even try?" And I want to like yell from the rooftops, "Yes, yes, you should, because there are people that you will reach that
hmm
nobody else can.
Yeah.
And if you don't step up, those people miss out. And you're not taking away anything from the people who are already there sharing whatever your hobby is. You're just adding a new dimension, a new perspective, a new personality, a new people. We don't all connect with the same people. And so everybody really is needed, and there really is space.
There really is. I think that's important to remember that because it's easy to feel like you are starting out in a saturated market, and but there is space for everybody. And I just got done writing, it's not published yet, but I just got done writing an article about why the world needs your voice and your voice and your voice and everybody's voice. The world needs you, and how we can use our unique voice to influence the world. So, so let's talk about why we're on here. We're going to talk about a freebie that you have. You call it your freemium, called the Product Idea Generator, and I love that. So tell us a little bit about what it is.
So the problem that this solves is that it can be really hard to figure out something to sell around your hobby or your passion or whatever it is that you're considering and wanting to use to spread goodness and light. Well, how do I package that up into something that someone would want to purchase, and particularly in a digital product? Because in my opinion, it can be much more difficult, and you do this, Becky, I admire you, but it can be much more difficult to create a physical product and all that comes along with that, the overhead, the shipping, but a digital product you can create for pennies and sell. And so, but it's also much more difficult to imagine what that could look like. So this freemium, you don't have to print it out, but it's pages and pages of just ideas for different products that I have seen created with the women that I've worked with. It's just a big brainstorming session. And then once you sign up and get the freemium, I also talk about a tool I use called MindMeister to help you kind of generate more ideas in a little bit more of a concrete way or surrounding your own business.
Okay. I love that. And I remember when it came out a couple months ago, has it been?
Yeah, it's been about 2 months.
And because I've been selling digital products for a few years now, and I really only thought it was online courses and ebooks. Like that was kind of everything I could think of to sell. But there is so much more, and there's a million different type of courses. So why don't you tell us just a couple of maybe product ideas that are on your list that most people might not think of?
So one of my very favorite are swipe files. So I have a whole list here. And a swipe file is, it's basically a script that you're giving somebody. So you'll see them in business a lot. Like here is a swipe file for an email that you can send to get people to buy something. But you can do this in a whole lot of different ways. A swipe file for talking to a presidency member that you're serving with but don't get along with very well. Like that is a struggle that people have. They are in a presidency and they've called someone to be their counselor, or they've been called to be a counselor, and they're struggling to find unity. How do you address that? And if you have done that and you have been successful at that, you could create a swipe file for that. That could be used as a freemium. It could be packaged in a larger product.
Yeah, who would have ever thought that to create a product, a business around that problem?
Yeah.
But really any problem that you can solve, you can create a business around. So swipe files, okay. Yeah, I didn't know what those were until I saw your list either.
Yeah, and that's one of my very favorites. How to explain to people decisions you've made about your health, like a new keto diet. Swipe files kids can send to their dad while he's deployed. Swipe files for what to say to yourself in order to change your own mindset. There's a whole lot of ideas that you could put together there. Many of these ideas could be used for freemiums like this, which I believe if you're going to give something to someone away in exchange for their email address, it should be something that's worth paying for. Not hundreds of dollars, but tens of dollars, right?
Tens of dollars.
Any sort of template. So things like even Google Slides or PowerPoint presentations. A lot of people right now are having to do various different presentations through Zoom. And having some sort of a template. You could do that for teachers. You could, templates sell really well, which is kind of what a swipe file is as well.
Okay, so those are some that I think, yeah, most people don't think of. And how many are on the list? Do you have a number? Or is it
159.
159 different product ideas? And they can be freemiums or they can be um, paid products. They can be, I mean, I guess it just depends on how much value you put into it, right?
Yeah, yeah. So
Um,
I mean, e-course is on here, right? And e-courses
mhm.
could be sold anywhere from $20 to there are e-courses that are $10,000. So
Yeah.
there, a lot of it depends on, yeah, how much do you put into it? But not only really, it's not the amount of work you put into it, it's the transformation that somebody's going to get on the other side.
Hmm.
Because that's what people are willing to pay for, right? If you're
Yeah.
going to change their mind or change their life somehow, that's
Hmm.
what they'll pay for. And oftentimes, most times, those types of products do take more work. But there's products here, ideas from $5 products up to $1,000 products.
Awesome. Okay, um, so who would you say that this freemium, this product idea generator is for?
I would say it's for anybody who is considering starting a business online. If you are, or if you have decided and are struggling with ideas, but with the audience that we're talking to right here, I believe that there are people out there who are thinking, if trying to decide if that's what they are called to do. And
Hmm.
this can give you at least a brainstorming session to see if could I turn this into a bit of business? Could I make
Hmm.
this happen? Could I create one of these products? Um, and then also it can be for people who are already in business, who are struggling to make sales, struggling to come up with something to sell. Maybe you have a podcast and you've got 10,000 downloads or 50,000 downloads, but you aren't making any money. This would be a good freemium or gift for you as well.
And I think that if you have a digital product already and it's not selling, I think you could use this list as a way to kind of try the same product but in a different format. Do you think so?
Yeah, that's actually one of the biggest tips I will give people is a lot of
Okay.
times it's not just the product itself, it's the format you're delivering it in that people
Yeah.
will or won't pay for.
Yeah. So there's really so much value in this. I can't believe you're giving it away for free. So where can we find it? Will you tell us where to go?
Yep. So my website is thegoodnesssquad.com. And if you want to go directly to this freemium, you can go to thegoodnesssquad.com/product idea. Okay. Got some sort
You're
of accent.
Australian.
Product idea generator. So no
Okay.
dashes or anything, just thegoodnesssquad.com/product idea generator.
Okay. And if you just go to your website too, will there be a
Yeah,
link
it's
to it?
on the
Okay.
homepage too. Yep.
So if you're not following Misty, she's one of my favorite people to follow because she just has so many awesome ideas. And like every idea is full of valuable information. It really is. So if you are feeling the call and you want to make a little bit of money with that call, Misty's your girl because she will point you in the direction of um, what kind of business to start and how to do it. So, is
Can I
there
add one more
anything?
thing, Becky?
Yes, I was just going to ask if
I
you had
know
anything
we
else.
need to keep this really short, but I just wanted to say when you consider creating a business, I don't want you to think about just how that's going to serve you. It will serve you. It will
Mm-hmm.
bless your life if you earn money. It will provide things for your family that you might not have had otherwise. But it also blesses other people's lives. You may be able to hire someone. You may be able to donate more to causes. When people pay for things, they actually use them. So if you really want to change a life and they have to pay you a little bit of money for that, they're more likely to use it and actually change their life. So just think through some of those things in your prayers as you're trying to decide if this is right for you. I don't believe that it's right for everybody,
Yeah.
but I do want you to have all the information that you need when President Nelson says good inspiration or good information creates good inspiration. And so I just want you to know that creating a business isn't all about how it blesses you.
Yeah. That is so good to remember. Um, and I just totally lost my train of thought. But anyway, yeah, I agree. It's not for everybody, but I remember what I was gonna say now. It's scary, I think, to start to charge money for your idea.
So
Um,
scary.
it is scary, but you actually coach people on that too, don't you? Kind of
Yeah.
to get over that fear. And I have definitely felt it. Um, and especially if it's like gospel related, that's an issue. That's a real issue. But do you have a podcast episode about that?
I do, but I can't remember. It's, I think, episode 30 or 31.
Okay. So go listen to it because yeah, I listened to it and I was like, oh, it's okay to make money on gospel related things. It's okay.
Yeah, it
Um,
is.
so yeah. All right. Well, I can't think of anything else. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
Um, no, just thank you.
Okay. All
I
right.
love you.
Love
You're
you too.
awesome.
And thanks for all of you guys who were here in and
Yeah.
out. I will save this on my IGTV, so you can watch it later. But make sure you go to thegoodnesssquad.com,
Yep.
designforgoodness.com. I can't remember.
Thegoodnesssquad.com.
Thegoodnesssquad.com.
Actually, either one will get you there. It used to be Design for Goodness, but I
Okay.
switched it. So, but yeah, it's the Goodness
Okay.
Squad.
All right. Okay. Well,
Okay.
thanks, Misty. Have a good one. See you guys later.
Bye.